Well, let's see if we can actually get this video done. I had tried to record now 5 times, and each time I had stopped the video and I start all over because I go here, there, and everywhere, and I go away from the topic completely. That happens when you don't have a script. You just keep on talking and you go different places, and by 5-10 minutes into the conversation, you're like, oh my God, what the heck? Why am I talking about this if I was supposed to talk about this other topic? And now you probably are wondering, well, Billy, what are we going to be talking today? We're going to be talking about balancing the old school way, our way, the way that we want to keep alive, with modern technology. I want to talk about this because I was cleaning my old Winchester today, my 30-30 Winchester, and I changed the front sight on this one for a fiber optic one because prior to having my glasses, I was having trouble, using the iron sight. And when I did that, I took out my Henry 22, one of them, and I removed the optic. I essentially left it just with the iron sight. And I took out my 357. This is a those of you who are more knowledgeable of firearms and whatnot, that is a replica of a Colt single action 357 Magnum. So I was tinkering with these things, and I was like, well, this is a really, really, really good combination, a 30-30, a 30 caliber, a 22 for small game, and a 357, just to, have a sidearm. And I started thinking about that and how technology has advanced and how people have, shy away from this type of tools just because they are outdated. Let's be honest. I mean, people like me have it because they love the history behind it, because they love the engineering that it went into it, the mechanics inside. But a lot of folks are moving more and more into more modern things. And to me, that actually pains me, because we are tossing away things that have worked for years and years, and they have really good reputation. Just because we need to get the shiny thing, the shiny new thing. And that should not be that way. At least in my opinion, it should not be that way. In my opinion, believe that technology is here to help us, make our life easier. And why I'm saying that, because our lives, are hard. Let's not go around the bushes. Getting up in the morning. What do you prefer? A machine that you can choose program, and at 5 in the morning you wake up with the smell of coffee, or you like to turn on the stove and put the pot in there, and then which one you prefer? And let's be honest here. I personally would prefer my coffee to be ready the moment that I wake up, so I can literally grab it and just choke it down and put another pot, and everybody else can drink from the other pot. And I would just, drink the whole entire pot to get up. That's giving you an example, a very crude example. What you prefer, to tilt the ground by hand with hand tools, or to have a gas tiller? I prefer to have a gas tiller. I mean, I tilled my entire garden in about an hour the other day. It took me longer to do the mounts, because I do the mounts by hand, than what it took me to do the tilling. The moment that I finished doing that, the moment that I finished doing the mounts for the potatoes and whatnot, I even looked at the and I was like, I'm buying an attachment to put in my tiller so I can do next year the mounts. And she laughed at me. She's like, really? I was like, yes, I want to have the hand tools and I want to do it, but I also want to have the technology to make my life easier, better. And why I'm saying better and easier, because I am getting older. Technology is one of those things that it will allow you to do the things that you used to do before. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to deny there's something special about going in the garden and just, doing it by hand. There's something special. And believe it or not, I do this more often than none. I do it to relax. You may find me saying this kind of odd, and you will be like, what the hell? You're going outside, hot, mosquitoes biting you, and you're just, just going around just because you want to relax? Yes. Working with my hands relaxes me, and it helps me, believe it or not. And that's the other thing. If you want to work with your hands, absolutely go for it. I actually encourage you to do it. Whenever chance you get, and you're still healthy and strong enough to utilize your hands and your body, go for it. Whenever you feel that you need help, utilize the technology that is there. That's what it's there for. I want you to consider and think, why do you think our grandparents loved that tractor so much? Because they knew what plowing with mules was like. They knew. So keep that in mind. Technology is here to serve us. However, in this world, we have become obsessed. We have become dependent 100% on technology. Folks don't talk to each other anymore, and that is a problem. People, when they go to the stores, customer service sucks. Why? Because people don't know how to talk to each other anymore. Technology has given us a lot of good things. However, technology is also taking away from us. So I will encourage you, then whenever you can keep your old school way, or whenever you can embrace it more, do it. Do not become dependent on this. In fact, one of the things that I will be implementing, because I tried to implement it before, and apparently the implementation was not a success. And it was not a success because we all did not stick to it. But this time around, we will. I already talked to Mrs. D, I already talked to Les, and we all agreed that we need to have less time with our electronic devices. In fact, we all agreed that during the weekend, or once we get home, everybody gets home, the internet will be completely off, and that includes our phone as well. Everything's going to be off. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you think you have a good balance, hey, rock on. That's what I'm talking about. I, however, need to find a better balance, especially when it comes to screen time, because little ones don't have a balance, and I have trouble having Mrs. D off the phone. So I'm trying to find a way to do things different. And I guess there's a saying that goes like, oh, so one made a mistake and everybody has to pay for it. Yeah, I guess so. That's the way we roll around here. Nonetheless, that's all I wanted to talk to you all. We need to find a balance between the old school way and modern technology. I believe that everybody should keep, those teachings that our grandparents pass on to their children, and their children pass it on to us. But we cannot do that if we are in front of a computer 24/7, or we are literally connected to a fake world, what I call the internet. And we are losing more than we are gaining, to tell you the truth. At least in my opinion, we are losing more than we are gaining. The internet was there, or was invented to help us with our life, not to make us dependent on it. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like I always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.